All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another week of the Glitz and Glamz Chronicles. I am your host, Neek Austin. So tonight I basically describe, let me start off by saying hi to everyone. And thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. If you can bring on one more person to join us tonight, that would be awesome. I am doing awesome. I do have this nagging little migraine that is messing with my head right now, and it's so funny because it just came right before I decided to go on live tonight, and it's like, seriously, or do you have to come on right now while I'm trying to do this live? But it is here. But regardless, God will bless me no matter what, because we're going to get through this live tonight, and we're going to have another episode to actually kick back and enjoy. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Again, if you are watching tonight, go grab another person, because tonight's topic is going to be very interesting. We're actually going to talk about co-parenting tonight. And, we're going to reflect on last week when I was with my husband, and we talked about, him being a single father and everything. And then we're also going to start telling y'all new things that I was getting ready to happen with the Glitz and Glamz Chronicles. So stay tuned, and we're going to jump right into it. All right. So this week, we basically starting off a new week. This is actually the last week of June. We are actually coming to one half of 2018. Oh my gosh, 2018 is really going by so quickly. A lot of things that has happened, a lot of unexpected things that have happened this year. Definitely wants to pay my respect to Angie Kunchman, who was on tonight. She lost her sister, so I definitely want to give my condolences. Angie, I love you. You're like another sister to me, so definitely want to give my condolences out to you. My heart was very, very heavy when you told us that she passed away so suddenly, and I literally could not get myself together to actually talk to you one-on-one to see what was going on, because I wasn't battling the same thing that you was battling, but to feel what it is that you was feeling, I could relate to what it was that you was going through. So I definitely want to give you my condolences on the passing of your sister. Please, Angie, stay strong. You have always been strong for us with Country Sense Candles and Country Suds, so we definitely got to stand in the gap. Us who are on Angie's team, we definitely have to stand in the gap and make sure that Angie gets whatever that she needs to get. And whatever she needs, ladies, please make sure that you step in and help Angie out as much as possible. Also, my purse fell, my bad. So, other things. So, I did talk about maybe a few weeks ago on my episode where we was going to start doing a giveaway. And as of Saturday, I and my husband on Rock Bottom Creations hit 100 likes. I am so happy that we are now over 100 mark. We are literally at 112 likes, 115 followers. I am so happy that everybody who was able to not so much as tune in, but just like our page and engage in everything that we do and supporting the business and everything. Because I'm telling you, doing what it is that we do, it is not an easy task. If so, everybody else would be doing it. Definitely want to say thank y'all so much. And as I promised, I have a giveaway. So I decided, instead of doing one giveaway, I'm going to do 4 giveaways. I have 4 items that I'm going to give. And if y'all saw the post that I posted maybe 2-3 hours ago, I decided that I was going to give away mini tumblers. So I have this one. It says, "Goodbye School. Hello Pool. I know it looks a little different to you because it looks backwards right now, but this is one of the things I'm actually giving away. I have an orange one that says vacay mode. I know you can't hardly see that, and I'm so sorry. I have another one that says don't be afraid to make waves. So this is another one that I'm giving away. And I also have a green one that says pool hair don't care. So I know you can't hardly see this right now, but whoever the four awesome people, they are actually going to win one of these. And what I'm going to do is when I call your name, I am going to leave your name posted. You do have 24 hours to message me to receive your gift. If I do not hear from you within 24 hours from 7:30, meaning that by 7:30 tomorrow night, if I don't hear from you, you will lose out, and I'm going to choose another person on next Monday. All right. So, without further ado, I went into my random name generator that I like to do because my music is so fancy, sounding like the circus. How about that SOB decided it wanted to stop working? I was hot. So I had to go in and find another one to utilize. And I'm actually going to show you what I have. This is actually called, we're actually going to do the raffle ticket drawing. So this is the app that I have. I know it's a little bright. Whoa. Y'all can't see that. Oh, there you go. So this is actually what it's called. It's the raffle ticket. And I actually get to touch here to put in names. There are 110 names sitting in this little beautiful box right here. There are 100. Oh, let me get close. All right. There are 110 names in this box. Because we literally have 110 likes. 113 followers. So my husband and I, we can't do this. So, so those were the other two names we had to take out. We had to take out my husband and I. So everybody knows I do not choose beforehand. I actually pick these names when I go live. So this has not been touched since I put the last name in here. So bear with me because I don't know how this works. We're going to find out today, ain't we? Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. All right. So I'm going to hit the start button. And it closed the box. It's turning. As you can see it turn. And so I'm going to draw a name out. I'm going to push the button on the box. All right. Our first winner for Rock Bottom Creations 100 likes giveaway is Keisha Petty. Keisha, oh Keisha, you want to give away. Oh Keisha, you want to give away. All right. So Keisha, you get to select one of these fabulous little mini tumblers that I personally made, that I actually made by myself. So you get to choose one. You just get to pick what colors. One of the colors. The colors are pink, blue, orange, and green. So that's my first person. Keisha. All right. So next, let's pick out my second winner. And if anybody's writing this down for me, write this down because I'm not writing down anything. I'm actually got to go in my head and remember who it is. Hold on. Let me turn around and grab a piece of paper. You would have thought I had all of this together, but I didn't. So, let me write down who I have as a winner. That way I can keep in mind and nobody gets janked. All right. Let's see who my next winner is. Did my pen literally just fall on the floor? But I'll be doggone. It just wanted to be on the floor. All right, here we go. Next winner is Vonda Gibson. All right, Miss Vonda. Vonda, you want to give away. Vonda, you want to give away. All right. So Vonda Gibson, she is the next person. Keisha, you won the first one. Keisha Petty, you are the first winner for my giveaway. So, Keisha, make sure that you message me to tell me what color you want, and I'm actually going to post I'm actually going to tell you what colors I have, and then you just choose which color, and I will send it out to you by the end of this week. All right. We got two more to go. Let's hope that you are one of these people. All right, so the next winner is Tamia Modkins. Tamia Modkins, she is the next winner. Tamia, you want to give away. Tamia, you want to give away. You know, this is really hard when you're actually doing your own music. This is actually sad. So, Tamia Modkins, she is my next winner. And what I will do, some of these people don't actually get the opportunity to watch my video, so I will actually message these people and let them know, but I'm actually going to tag them to the video, so it should appear on their time feed, for them, news feed, excuse me. It should appear on their news feed for them to actually accept these gifts. If they don't respond by 7:30, remember, we will start again. Last one, people. Last one. All right, we're shuffling it up. I thought I lost it for a minute. Thank you, Jesus. All right, people. This is it. I have Miss Keisha Petty, who won. I have Vonda Gibson. And I have Tamia Modkins. Let's hope that the next person is you. All right. My last winner for Rock Bottom Creations 100 likes giveaway is, drum roll please, Juanita Solomon. Juanita Solomon is my last winner for the night. Juanita, you want to give away. Juanita, you want to give away. All right. Thank y'all so much for being the fabulous customers that y'all are. Those that did not win, just hold on, because I will do another giveaway soon. The next giveaway will be when we hit 200 likes. So I suggest, if you want to hurry up and get to those 200 likes, make sure that you tag someone for them to come on over to Rock Bottom Creations. Make sure that they like and follow our posts. Congratulations, ladies. Thank y'all so much for actually participating and winning my fabulous mini tumblers. All right, so now we're going to move forward into tonight's talk. I noticed that some of y'all may be leaving, but this actually wasn't all of it. So that was just for the giveaway. I wanted to get that out the way so I didn't have to worry about it so hard. And I had to use that in order for me to see exactly what's going on my phone. Yes, I'm getting older. So tonight we're actually going to talk about co-parenting. We're going to talk about co-parenting tonight. I actually saw an article on Facebook maybe about 2 to 3 hours ago that was actually talking about how celebrity wives and the ex-wives are no longer trying to be petty towards one another, but they actually are willing to learn how to be co-parents when it comes to their husbands bringing children into the marriage. So I wanted to talk about this a little bit because I did not realize until after I read the article, that I'm actually in a co-parenting situation myself. And it didn't dawn on me until today. Co-parenting. What is co-parenting? Co-parenting, it simply means that when you are married to someone and they are bringing a child into the marriage. That's basically what co-parenting is about. Now we call them blended families. So I am actually co-parenting with my husband's daughter. Unfortunately, her mother passed away. So it's not like I am actually talking to her mom, even though I do have conversations with her in the spiritual world. And I do. But in the real world, the reality of the world that we living in right now, I am actually co-parenting with my daughter's mother's family. And I can honestly say that my daughter's mother's family and we have a wonderful relationship. We actually have a great bond. They accept me as being a sister to them, as opposed to just being William's wife. They don't look at me as a stepmom. They actually look at me as being being Karina's mother, even though they do know who the mom really is. It is their sister. But the fact that they respect me enough to say that, hey, we welcome you with open arms and we appreciate everything that you do for Karina, it makes everything that much easier for me to say, hey, this family is not as bad as I thought. Actually, this family is an awesome family. Now, I do know, actually my eyes are getting a little blurry. I do know that there's certain things that I know when my son's father got married and his wife wanted to participate in co-parenting. I was open to the situation. I really was, because she wanted our sons to get to know each other because they're technically half brothers, and which is true. So I remember when my son turned 2 and we attended a birthday party out in Crew, and we my son got to know his middle brother, which his name is Jaden. And he my son was more little leery about playing with him and everything. I guess I really don't know why he didn't want to play with him, but my son didn't want to play with him too much, as opposed to his brother Jaden, who wanted to play with him. And you know, we as two women, we did not sit there and argue. We actually got to know one another. I actually remembered the time when I actually remember the time when she called me. She got my phone number from my son's father, and she called me and asked me, what do you know about so-and-so? And I said, why are you asking? And she said, well, we are engaged. Was I pissed? Yes, I was. I was very upset because I still had feelings for my son's father. At the same time, I also had to realize that what we had was no longer there. The only thing we had is that we share a son. So I decided to be nice. I could have been nasty and disrespectful, but the fact that she didn't come off that way made me like her the instant we started talking. She actually showed me respect because I am Jackie's mother. And she also wanted to know my relationship with my son's father when we were together, and our relationship now that we're not together. So that way she could figure out exactly whether or not this is the man she wanted to spend the rest of her life with. And I respected her for that. I appreciated her for that, because she didn't have to do that. And most women, they normally don't do things like that, especially when they find out that somebody is taking something away from them that they are only sharing with them. You know, it's more so like the memories that you have created with that person. You know, you don't want to share those memories with someone else. And that, at one point, that's how I felt. I didn't want to share my memories with another female because of what I endured with his father. But then I said to myself, I can't be like that, because if he was that concerned, then he would not have left me for someone else. And in actuality, he wasn't. So he left me for another person. When me and his wife talked about it, it was more so like girlfriends. We had an understanding of where we both stood with his father and the type of relationship that we had with him, and then the type of relationship we were willing to develop with one another. It wasn't bad or anything like that. It was actually a good type of feel, because I remember when we talked from 10 o'clock that night to 10 o'clock the next day. It was actually a 12-hour conversation, and I honestly can tell you, I don't know how my phone made it, because it died at one point. But it was a blessing to me, because I did not expect for her to ask the questions that she asked. I did not expect for her to talk to me and conversate with me on that type of level. But the fact that we actually spoke to each other for 12 consecutive hours and had conversations that only girlfriends would have made my feelings toward her a lot easier. So I was grateful and actually surprised that she wasn't as bad as I thought. And we got along. We are now Facebook friends. We follow each other on Facebook. At times she does ask how, my son is doing and everything. And I explain to her exactly how everything is going on with him. And, it's cool. Now, do the brothers get an opportunity to see each other? No, they don't, because we live in different cities. And we don't communicate as much as we used to. But there's no bad blood. And I guess that's the point I'm actually trying to get to. There isn't any bad blood between us. And for women to learn how to work together and work alongside each other, I think that is one of the most important things that we still have to learn how to do. Because we as black women, we do not learn how to work with each other. We are too busy learning how to work against each other. I see so many people talk about, well, we need to support one another. We need to do this. We need to do that. We need to network. How can you do all of that when you're not willing to sit down and just have a cup of coffee with someone before you decide that you just want to flip out? I mean, it doesn't work that way. And even with co-parenting, it's the same way. Now, I do understand that some of y'all may feel a little differently about co-parenting than I do. And I know some of y'all may not even thought about the fact that you are co-parenting with your husband's children. Or for the men, co-parenting with your wife's children. So it's like some of it is a blessing, some of it is a curse. On my end, it is actually a blessing. It's a blessing because with my husband, he does not communicate with my son's father like that. But the one time that my son's father did call, he actually told my husband that he appreciates the fact that he is stepping in and being the father that he cannot be to my son right now. And that if there was anything that he needed to let him know, because he would not mind doing for him to make sure that Jaquise gets what he needs. Because at that point, he was not able to supply his needs. And I thought that was one of the biggest things that my son's father did that I have ever seen him do. And it was growing up and becoming a man. See, we as women, we want to have our cake and eat it too by being petty and then telling the other woman you need to grow up and do what you're supposed to do. It doesn't work that way. You can't have it both ways. You're either going to be petty or you grow up. And women, we need to learn how to grow up and stop acting like everything is directed for towards us. Sometimes it's not. We need to learn how to be grown women and handle grown women's business. If you marry a man that has children and that has a ex-wife, if that ex-wife is being vicious, by all means, stay away from her. Don't add fuel to the fire unless she's disrespecting you. But if she is disrespecting you, people, let your husband handle that. Now, if your husband ain't doing it, then you got to do what you're supposed to do. But there's a way to go about doing it. You don't sit there and start throwing blows by calling them bees and, and hoes and sluts and all of that other crap. None of that is called for. You want to sit there and have a normal conversation. You want to be able to have a general conversation with that woman. Sometimes it takes a long time for women to be able to come together when they are in a co-parenting relationship, just to sit down and talk to each other, because they feel like they are what's the word I want to say? Like their place is being taken away from them. And that is not true, not in the child's life. And I would say that the child is the one that is hurting more so than anybody else. The child is the one who hurts when you are battling. And if you are female, when you are battling with the other woman, your child is the one who is hurting. Not you, not them, your child. So I would definitely say, learn how to work together. Learn how to grow up and become outstanding parents to that one child. Like Jada Pinkett Smith calls it, she is a bonus mom to Will's oldest son. And her and Will Smith's son's mother had beef for a long time, until one day they sat down and became mutual adults and decided to work out their relationship to where now when they come together, it's like girlfriends sitting at the table. And we as women, we need to learn how to establish that type of relationship with one another, especially in co-parenting relationships. You can't change the past and whatever happened in the past between you and that man. You cannot keep carrying that burden for so long. Eventually, that burden itself is going to wear you out to where it's going to make you sick. And there's no point in allowing that burden, holding on to all that bitterness. You cannot allow that to consume your life. Life goes on. I promise you, if that man was so concerned, he would have never left you in the situation or in the position that you were in. Evidently, he's not. So the only thing that you can do is be there for your children. And when another woman comes into their life and becomes their step parent, or in the case of a man comes into their life and becomes their step parent, y'all need to learn how to work together. And that's what I did. I learned how to work together with my son's father's wife. And we became the best of friends. And we are still good friends to this day. And my son will be 11 on August the 7th. And I can honestly say, does he have a bonus mom? Yes, because technically speaking, that is his stepmother. But at the same time, it's like, how can I put it? I don't have a problem with it. I really don't. Now, can I say that my son has been over to the house and has spent time with them? No. Why? Because of the simple fact that his father decided that he didn't want to do that. So that position happened on its own. It wasn't like we forced that to happen. We actually tried to bring our children together so they can learn and, and become one with one another. To understand that, yes, you do have another brother out in this world, and these are your brothers, and this is your brother, and you need to learn how to get along. But one day I feel that will happen, but it won't be today, and I'm sorry that it won't be today. But nonetheless, my sisters, learn how to work together with each other. Learn how to be there for each other. We cannot keep tearing each other down just so one person can get the glory. I look at it as like this. If I got to tear you down just to build myself up, then what kind of woman am I? I'm nobody. And that's how that plays in my world. I cannot get the satisfaction. I cannot receive the blessing. I cannot do what it is that I want to do and be comfortable and be in my right frame of mind if I'm sitting there tearing people down, especially women, tearing women down just so I can get to where I need to go. What kind of good feeling do you get from that? I mean, does anybody carry any type of consequence with them anymore? I mean, seriously, or am I the only woman out here that does? I feel bad when I'm sitting here. If I was to badmouth somebody, I would feel bad sitting here badmouthing someone just because I can't get what they get, or I'm jealous of what it is they have. I personally don't need to be jealous of nobody because I feel at it like this. You got what you got your way, I'm going to get mine's my way. So I don't need to be jealous of what it is that you have just because you got it. And that also plays the same with a man or a woman in that matter. Seriously, we need to tighten up. And it's not just us as African Americans. It's everybody. It's all races. We all do this. I think it's a part of human nature when we do stuff like this. And we need to come out of that mindset. We need to come out of that mindset and actually learn how to work together as a group of people. We need to learn how to work together as brothers and sisters in Christ. We need to learn how to work together as brothers and sisters working in networking. We need to learn how to work together when we actually get up and we go to different jobs. We need to learn how to work together whether we sitting in the family's face or we sitting here with friends. We need to learn how to work together when we step outside our door and we're talking to people on the street. A lot of us don't know how to do that anymore. Or we have been taken advantage of for so long that we decide not to do that. It plays the same way when you do with co-parenting, when you're dealing with when you're dealing with blended families. I can honestly say that with my daughter's family, when I sit down and talk to them, I don't hear nobody bashing me about what it is that I'm not doing. If anything, I'm hearing about the good things that I'm doing for my daughter and how they appreciate what it is that I'm doing for her. Because it could have been the other way around where my husband could have married somebody else and that person could have been dogging out Karina. But because I'm not like that, because I wasn't raised that way, I treat Karina as my own child that I gave birth to. I look at it from a different mindset. I don't look at me having my daughter as not being able to physically give birth. I look at it as a spiritual birth because of the simple fact that no, I did not give birth to her physically. I gave birth to her spiritually because I respect her. She respects me. I love her and I know she loves me back. And that's how I see it when it comes to my husband and my son. The same way. And then when I talk to my daughter's mom's family, again, I stated earlier, they treat me as if I'm their own sister. So I definitely feel honored when I am amongst them in their presence. And it's a good present. It's a good presentation. We are all friends on Facebook. Every event we are invited to. Because we are all family. At the end of the day, we're all family. And family comes together, whether it's the good times or in the bad times. Family needs to come together instead of separating themselves because of one thing or another. People, y'all need to wake up and recognize your children. They are the ones suffering when you're dealing with co-parenting, especially when you got one person that's a nutcase and the other one that's a Looney Tune. You don't get anything done that way. Learn how to work together. Learn how to come together as one unit instead of being so many units. Stop trying to feed BS into your children's heads, telling them bad things about this person and that person. What kind of sense are you giving? What kind of feelings are you giving out towards them? You are giving out feelings that are buried inside of you. You're passing them on to your children. And then your children are sitting here being disrespectful to that person. And then you sitting here trying to figure out, well, I didn't do it. Oh, yes, you did. You did do that. You did cause that ruckus in that relationship when it really didn't have to go that way. If you have problems, if you have questions, if you want to talk about it, you need to go to that person directly and do so. Don't sit here and feed nonsense to your children because of your feelings towards that person when you are in a blended family or when you're in a co-parenting relationship. You don't get anywhere like that. Nothing works. I made it a point when I decided that I wanted to be with my husband during our dating days that it wasn't so much as wanting to get in good with my daughter's mother's family. It was more so of wanting to be respected and appreciated by them. And to this day, I still receive that same type of respect and appreciation from them. But I also respect and appreciate them at the same time. Because that's how it's supposed to work. So, definitely understand that. Women. We need to learn how to work together. We need to learn how to stop being bullies to one another and learn how to lift each other up in prayer. Learn how to lift each other up. Because in order for us to receive the blessing, in order for us to receive grace, we have to be able to give grace to those who need it just as much as we do. And that's my topic for co-parenting tonight. So definitely, please, if y'all didn't learn anything tonight, put on here hashtag co-parenting. I know some of y'all said y'all may not be able to see the video. Make sure you catch the replay. I am going to post this video up on YouTube, so you will be able to see it tomorrow morning. Also, thank y'all so much for tuning in on last Tuesday when my husband went live talking about single fathers. The reviews that we received from that live video was so amazing that we were asked to come back with a part 2. So the Glitz and Glamz Chronicles and ESP Presents will combine together on next Monday night. I do not have the time. I don't know if it's going to be 7:30 or 8 o'clock next Monday. July the 2nd, tune back in. My husband and I will be talking about Single Fathers Part 2, Blended Families. Please tune in for that. Thank y'all so much for y'all participation. Ladies, the ones who have won, please let me know. If, matter of fact, just message me to let me know that you will receive these items. Tell me exactly which color you want to receive your item in. I will definitely send that out to you by the end of this week. Thank y'all so much. Y'all be blessed. Peace. I'm out.